Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Lauren. For today's video, I'm so excited because I got a very exciting package in the mail. I feel like I'm a little bit late on the bandwagon here, but I did finally get my Jeffree Star Cosmetics with Shane Dawson package in the mail. I'm so excited to play with this. I can't wait. So I have to admit, I did get a little bit excited. I have already opened this package. I wanted to do an unboxing, so I still want to show you how beautifully the package came. So I did package it back up the best that I can, so I want to show you everything inside. So first things first, on the outside of the package, you can see Jeffree has his logo tape on the outside, very personalized. And then when you open it up, inside, it has this little postcard in here, a picture of Shane and Jeffree from the photo shoot, and on the back it just has a picture of the Conspiracy palette. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the big palette. It was sold out, but I did get the mini palette and the Ryland lipstick. So then you can see it came really nice with this hot pink tissue paper. It was very, very well protected. I don't even know how many layers are in here. I'm gonna like save this for birthday wrapping or something. So I'll pull out the lipstick first. It was tucked in here. So you can see the packaging is really pretty. You can see the Ryland on the top there with the color. And then it has Shane and Jeffree's logo. So I did watch the entire docu-series. So I was so excited to at least get something from it. I did like some of the other lipstick shades too, but Ryland was just kind of my favorite one, and I love Ryland, so I wanted to get this one. And then the palette here has this special tissue paper that they showed designing this in this series, where it has Shane and Jeffree's logo on here. Had the sticker as well that says the mini controversy on it. And then more packaging, pink bubble wrap. I love that the bubble wrap is pink. So now we have the two unicartons here, as you can see. I'm actually gonna open the lipstick for you. And just as a side note, it does say to shake well before use. So here is the Ryland lipstick. And I'll do a little swatch for you. But the best part of this is that it is root beer scented, and it smells like root beer. It smells delicious. So this is kind of like a pinky nude, but it's totally like pearlized. I don't think I would necessarily call it metallic, but it definitely has like a pearl finish to it. See the color there. So like a pretty like pinky nude. So we'll be playing with this more later. And I love that it's kind of like the dark like gunmetal chrome with Shane's name here. I just love that. I think it looks so good. And by the way, this is my first time trying anything from Jeffree Star, so I'm even more excited about that. I've always wanted to try his stuff, but I've never bit the bullet. I just think, I don't know, it's like, I don't know why it's so weird and difficult for me to like buy makeup and stuff on anything other than Ulta and Sephora. I don't know, I guess it's like the points reward system. But anyway, so, okay, I just took it out, but here's the unicarton for the palette. It is so luxurious feeling, like the shimmer on it. It has like a little bit of a texture to it. So I'm definitely gonna be saving this because I feel like this whole thing is like, it's a collector's item thing. So I'm gonna save all the packaging. And then here is the palette. I think it looks so cool with the rainbow holographic. I think you can see that pretty good on camera. And the letters, they're raised a little bit. It has his name, Jeffree's logo, and then the back's just really simple. And then when you open it up, I'll try not to blind you with the mirror. Really nice mirror, and it feels like heavy, like it feels good quality. And then you can actually bend it back, so then you can see the 9 colors there. And I love this color story. I think it's so unique. I don't have anything like it in my collection, but I'm so excited to use it. So it has kind of like a purple and blue story, but it does have like the top 3 and this middle brown shade, like some neutrals in there. So I think you can get like a good variety of looks with this, but we'll just have to start playing with it and see. I'm sure you guys have already seen plenty of swatches of the palettes, but you know, just for fun, we'll go ahead and do it. I just want to touch them and see how they feel. So I'm going to start with the shade Flat Earth. And I don't want to mess up the stance. I love like the different images in the colors. All right, so this is a shade Flat Earth. It's kind of like a baby blue, but almost like white. Okay, so it looks like it's almost white on camera. The next color is Cry on My Couch, which is kind of like a beige color. I might use that to set my lid. They feel so soft. All right, so that's Cry on My Couch. The next color is My Boyfriend's Purse. So this color is kind of interesting. It's kind of like a silver gold. It's like somewhere in between silver and gold. The next shade is the purple one, Controversy. Ooh, that looks really pigmented. Wow, look at that. A lot of pigment and payoff in that one. This next color I'm really excited for. I feel like this is going to be a great transition shade. This is Diet Root Beer, a matte brown. That's a really nice color too. Next is kind of this shimmery maroon. This is My Apology. So that is that color there. I feel like that's going to be an interesting color to use like for a Christmas look. I feel like it's like a crimson color. Next is kind of like this lavender shade. This is Exposed. It's a pretty color. That's that there. Very unique shade. Like I don't have anything like this in my collection. Next is Canceled, a bright blue. Whoa. That is the shade Canceled. And then finally the Simulation, which is kind of like a shimmery royal blue. All right, so I'm gonna show you all the colors now. Just so you know, I am wiping them off my fingertips with a makeup wipe. I was kind of afraid they would stain. It looks like some of them did a little bit, and I just wanna say, which is it? Controversy and My Apology. So the purple and the maroon one are pressed pigments. So just to be aware of that, I think they're a little bit more potent. So if you do have sensitive eyes, I would be more cautious of that. Okay, so here is the 9 eyeshadow colors plus the Ryland liquid lipstick there. Okay guys, so I have brought you in much closer now so that we can start the eyeshadow look. I think for today, I just kind of want to play around, test out the colors, but I think maybe in a future video, I might see a like 2 looks, 1 palette type of thing, because I really want to explore kind of bolder looks as well as neutral looks with this. But I think to start, I do want to kind of play with some of the brighter colors. So I think the first step that I'm going to do is take Cry on My Couch, this beige tone, and use this to set my lids. Ooh, so as you can see, there's already some fallout. That doesn't really bother me. Unless like super crazy, but just so you know, actually what I think I'm gonna do, I feel like I'm gonna need these shadow shields with this just because they are like such pigmented colors. Okay, so now I've got the shadow shields on, but just like I was saying before, I'm gonna start with the shade Cry on My Couch. So if you're close to my skin tone, I do think this is a pretty good like all over setting shade. Looks like it's blending out smooth, not patchy or anything so far. And I just did concealer and powder to set or to prime my lids. I didn't use any eye primer, and I never do. So I was figured for reviewing something, I'll just do the same thing that I always do. And next, I'm really being drawn to this Diet Root Beer shade to use as a transition color, but I think I want to do something different. I think I want to do a more blue look, just because I feel like this Flat Earth shade is really interesting, and I mean, how could you not want to play with these 2 colors here? So I actually think I'm going to take this fluffy crease brush and do Flat Earth in my crease. Let's see what that looks like. So I'm gonna, like, when I just laid it on there, it looks like it's like could be pretty pigmented if you pack it on. But for this purpose right now, I'm just going to buff it out just to get something started. It's a very interesting color. If you hear noises coming from downstairs, that is Spencer watching the Ravens game, so just ignore that, please. It's like it's building up. Very different, but we're just experimenting today. Next, I think I want to take the shade, I think I'm going to do Canceled and do that in my outer V. Start deepening that up. Whoa. Okay. That's really pigmented. Be careful with that one. I mean, it's amazing. I definitely do not have any blues like this in my collection. I really don't have any blues at all. Wow. Look at that. So I definitely say, would say start with a light hand with this one and gradually build it up. Alright, next I think I'm going to go in with the shade The Simulation and deepen up the very outer part of my eye a little bit more. I feel like this one's a little tighter packed. Oops, there you can see it. It's just taking a little more effort to dig in there. I'm actually going to use this smaller brush so I can get more precise with it. So you can see, that is why I'm glad I put the shadow shields on. I would think, you know, if this wasn't for a video purpose, if I was using this palette, I would do my makeup first, or face makeup. But since this palette, or this video is to review the eyeshadow, that's why I wanted to do my like foundation stuff off camera. I don't know how I'm feeling about this shade. I feel like it's like the darkest one in the palette and I'm having trouble getting it to show up and pack over the other blue. So I really don't know what's going on there. That's a little disappointing, not gonna lie. So I think next I want to take a little bit of the shade Controversy. Kind of mixing that in with the blue. I feel like we'll get a pretty color with that. I'm kind of like mixing it in with the blue, but also going a little bit further onto my lid. So I'm just kind of buffing those colors together. Okay, now I think I want to take a packing brush and take the shade Exposed and do that on the inner part of my lid. I really like that color, that's kind of cool. I think I'm going to go back in with that Controversy. Deepen that back up there. I got like mermaid vibes going on right now. Then go back in with the blue. Well, this is very there's a very high probability that this is the most colorful and probably the most colorful look I will ever do on my channel. All right, now I just cleaned off that fluffy crease brush. I'm gonna go in with Flat Earth. Kind of buff out the top of that through the crease. Okay, now I'm gonna take a smaller packing brush. I'm gonna go in with this shade, My Boyfriend's Purse. This is this shimmery, like silver gold color. It doesn't have a lot of pale. I wanted to use it as an inner corner highlight, but I don't think it's bright enough. It's kind of like a deeper silver color. I might do it around my inner corner, kind of the very inner part of the lid. Let's see if I take my finger. So you get a little more color payoff if you use your finger and just pack it on. But I kind of like better having the lilac shade, so I'm going to add more of that. Alright, it's looking a little crazy now, but I think if we keep going and do like the lower lash line, add liner, lashes, those kinds of things, it will come together. I'm just going to brush away some of this fallout here. Okay, so I actually just went ahead and did some tight lining with a black eyeliner. Now I'm going to start to do the lower lash line. So I'm going to take a little bit of the shade, the Simulation, and start to run that under my lower lashes. Next I'm going to take the shade Canceled. So I'm just kind of mimicking what's on my lid. I'm just going to do a tiny bit of Controversy, because remember this is the pressed pigment. Okay, so I just kind of like blew that out, like not precisely at all. So yeah, that's the big thing. There is a lot of fallout, especially with the brighter colors. But okay, so off camera, I'm just gonna go ahead and do my liner and lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I did go ahead and do liner and put on some lashes. The glue is still drying, so I'm gonna give that a second before I touch it up with eyeliner. I think what I'm going to do now is I am going to combine a little bit of Cry on My Couch and My Boyfriend's Purse to do a little bit of a brow bone highlight. That's a pretty combination. And I'll do a little bit more of that on the inner corner. Okay, so I touched up the eyeliner a little bit, so now this is the finished look. It's definitely something very different for me, but I think it's fun, and I do like it. I think it gives me a little bit of like mermaid vibes. So let's just go ahead and do the lips. Remember, this is the Ryland Liquid Lippy. I think typically you are gonna need a lip liner with this because it's such a light color, but I just want to show you what it looks like just by itself. But you guys, that root beer smell is so delicious. I think all of his other liquid lipsticks are actually creme brulee scented, so I really want to try those too. Alright, so there is the shade Ryland. So I think it's a really pretty color, but I think this is more of a lip topper. Like I think it'd be really pretty to wear like in the center of your liquid lipstick. So I think actually I'm gonna like tone it down, maybe mix it with my NARS, what is this, Unlaced Lip Glide? Is that what this is called? Yes, Velvet Lip Glide. I'll put some of this back in the center. Okay, but so there is the lipstick too. I do feel like it's like a lot with the eye look. I feel like this lip color would be really pretty with like a more neutral eye, but I'm still loving the whole thing. That is it for this makeup look. I really like how it turned out. I do think it's a little bit bright. This is not necessarily an everyday look for me, but I really love playing around with the palette and, you know, playing with different types of colors that I never play with usually. As far as the formula, I do like it. The one I was a little bit disappointed in, or the two, was the simulation, because it's such a dark color in the pan, but I felt like I had a hard time getting it to show up. And same thing with my boyfriend's purse. This one definitely wasn't as pigmented as I hoped it would be, but I really did love, shockingly, this lavender shade, Exposed and Canceled. And I loved Cry on My Couch for setting my lid, and I even liked the shade Flat Earth. Like, these really soft pastel colors really surprised me. So I think the only colors I didn't use today were Diet Root Beer and My Apology. But let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see more makeup looks with this palette, or if you would like to see a more like everyday type of look, or, you know, a 2 looks 1 palette, maybe that kind of thing. So overall, I do really like the palette. Do wish I would have gotten the large one because I would love to play with even more colors, but I am happy that I at least got to get my hands on this one because I do really enjoy it. And, you know, I think it's definitely a different formula. It's different than any other eyeshadows that I have, not in a bad way. I think it's just something that I have to practice with and get used to the way they work. Another thing, I do think I am overdue for new eyeshadow brushes. I'm actually looking into getting a set from Morphe just to get some fresh brushes, and, you know, then I would kind of want to play with these a little bit more. As far as the liquid lipstick, I love the shade. I think it's beautiful. I don't think it's a perfect, you know, everyday on its own kind of thing. I definitely think it would be better with more of a neutral eye, but I think it's a really pretty color. I love the formula, and I especially love the scent. I think it's amazing. All right, guys, but that's it for this video today. Don't forget to let me know in the comments down below if you picked up anything from the collection and what you think of it. And it is going to be a permanent collection, so let me know maybe if there's something you got that you really love that I should pick up when it comes back in stock. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Before you go, please give this video a like and hit that subscribe button and notification bell down below so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.